Thousands of blocks away from my main base, there's a treasure hidden inside something that nobody has ever been able to get before. A countless amount of players have been trying to take the treasure for themselves and take the journey. However, not a single one until this day has been successful in retrieving it. Minecraft from the Fog is full of countless dangerous mobs that are not usually in normal Minecraft, and that has made it a lot harder for people to get that treasure. However, nothing stopped me from doing it. So, I decided to sail on a massive adventure to find that treasure and retrieve it, bring it back home, and get what I deserve. I live in a very small and basic house right now, and that is not enough for me. This doesn't have any special facilities, nothing special at all. However, even though there are plenty of other special buildings and other things around me, it is definitely not enough for me. I need something extraordinary, something out of this world, something that will make my experience in this world a lot better. That is why we are doing this. Let's go. As I got out of bed, I thought about what things I'm gonna need to bring there and to make sure that I come prepared and ready. I renewed my weapon, I made a new axe, I made sure I have everything that I need for the trip, and then I was ready to set off. I still do not know what kind of obstacles I'm gonna face on the way, but I had to try. I would not give up. I had no idea what the treasure was going to be, but I did have a feeling that it was going to be worth it. So I continued traveling thousands of blocks. I kept walking towards the right direction until I stumbled upon something that looked like a graveyard. It might have been something else, but I'm not sure. But I still decided to enter it and explore it. Inside it was something that I did not expect to see. It was full of different graves, probably full of loot, as from what I've known. So I decided to look through some of them and see if there is any loot in them, especially food, like these golden carrots for example, because these are really useful as I am almost out of food. I have been traveling for a really long time now, and I have no idea how much food I'll still need and how far I am off. So, as much food as we can get is going to be really useful. It was already nighttime, and I had no idea what kind of mobs are going to be in this graveyard. So, I decided that it's better to take shelter inside this big house in the middle of the grave. Day 102. Finally, after days of hiding in dirt holes and nothing to eat but seeds, we found the village. The villagers seemed happy to see new faces, and we celebrated through the night, protected by the golems. Even he seemed to enjoy it. I hope we will stay here for a while and recover. The last days were rough, and I'm not keen on sleeping on dirt again. I decided to leave the graveyard as fast as I could and never come back here again. I had no idea what was that thing that I just read. But I don't care. As long as I never came back here, it shouldn't bother me. However, something else was about to bother me even more. For some reason, the goldman just ran away from me, even though he's a lot stronger than me and he will probably win me in a fight. Even though I was already running late, I still decided to stay in this house for a little bit, as it had quite a few nice things like food and ores, which are going to be extremely useful as I am running very low on them. So let's spend a bit of time here and see how it goes. Oh my god! What just happened? Yo, I cannot believe what I just did. Did I really just kill Goldman? Yo, that is absolutely insane. I just killed one of the strongest dwellers in this mod pack. You know, I have never been more proud of myself than I am now. But enough time to waste. We have a long journey to make. I was right. There was still a lot ahead of me. And after just crossing that swamp biome, I am now in front of an ocean. A big ocean to sail across. Which I have no idea, it might take minutes or even hours. But I had to keep going. I made a boat with the wood that I had in my inventory. And I sailed on. After about another 3,000 blocks of traveling, I stumbled upon a village. I looked around the village for any sort of clue or something that could lead me to the the correct way. However, I almost lost my hopes until I found this one house that had something. "2,000 blocks east, you will find what you need." That meant that if I travel another 2,000 blocks in this exact direction, then maybe I will actually reach my point. And finally, the adventure will be over. There was still one last obstacle ahead of me. I was about to cross one of the most dangerous biomes in the whole of Minecraft. This is the Stalker Valley. The Stalker is a very infamous horror mod that is one of the strongest ones in the game. And this biome is one of the most dangerous ones. Only the luckiest ones get to cross it, and I have to survive. There I was, away from danger, and as I knew, but the adventure was not over yet. I still had to find the treasure. And, to my surprise, there was a lot of mobs in here that could be quite dangerous. So, I had no choice but to fight them. Just as I thought that all of them were dead, I was completely wrong. As through this window, I saw something unimaginable, something that I would not expect. I saw a ton of more of them trying to reach towards me. These were the last of them. I was almost there. Just a few more hits, and I'm done. Except that, I heard a bunch of noises and scary stuff. However, nothing stopped me. I was so close, and absolutely nothing is gonna stop me. All I had to do was search this room for a chest that could contain this treasure. And luckily, I found one really soon. As I entered the room, everything changed. There it was, the treasure, full of emeralds, diamonds, and even netherite, which I definitely did not expect. I still had a long way home, so I had to hurry up back home, otherwise I would definitely die. And as it was nighttime, a lot of dangerous mobs were outside. So, I didn't waste any time and went straight back. However, to my surprise, there was something waiting for me.